Okay, so this is groundwater quality control, pages 17 through 21. So, R325.1624, wells, relation to buildings and access for maintenance. Rule 124, 1. A well shall be located not less than 3 feet horizontally from a building, pump room, or any projection thereof, unless a deviation is issued pursuant to the provisions of R 325.1613. 2. A well shall be accessible for cleaning, treatment, repair, testing, inspection, and other attention as may be necessary. A well owner shall maintain access to a well for a well drilling machine. R 325.1625, wells, areas subject to flooding. Rule 125, 1. A well shall not be located in an area that is subject to flooding unless the well is protected and, as prescribed in writing by the health officer. 2. A well owner shall grade the ground surface that is immediately adjacent to the well casing so surface water is diverted away from the well. R 325.1626, construction of wells, steel casing. Rule 126. 1. Steel pipe that is used as permanent well casing shall be new pipe that is manufactured in compliance with the standards of ASTM specification A53-90B, A106-91, or A589-89A, or in compliance with the standards of API specification 5L-90. The specifications are adopted by reference in R 325.1610. 2. Steel pipe that is used as permanent well casing shall be at least standard weight or schedule 40 through 10 inches in side diameter. Large diameter pipe shall be at least standard weight. Weights and dimensions of standard weight or Schedule 40 pipe are set forth in ASTM specification A53-90B, A106-91, and A589-89A, API 5L-90 specification and in Table 1. So, you have Table 1 at the bottom. I'm not going to read all the tables. Table 1 continues on this page. But right underneath it, it does say that dimensions and tolerances are listed in the specifications adopted in R 325.1610. 3. Each length of steel pipe that is used as permanent well casing shall be legibly marked by the manufacturer with all of the following information. A. The name of the manufacturer. B. The kind of pipe, continuous welded, electric resistance welded, or seamless. C. The weight or schedule. D. The nominal or outside diameter. E. The specification number. F. The length. And G. The heat or lot number. R 325.1627, construction of wells, steel casing, and types of joints. Rule 127. 1. Steel pipe that is used as permanent well casing shall be watertight throughout its length and shall have threaded or welded joints. 2. Couplings that are used on threaded steel casing shall be recessed or reamed in drifted couplings that are manufactured in compliance with the standards of ASTM specification A 589-89A or API specification 5L-90. The specifications are adopted by reference in R 325.1610. Coupling shall have a design, taper, and type of thread that is consistent with the thread of the pipe, and thread shall not be exposed on the pipe. 3. Welded joints shall be in compliance with the specifications of Table 2 and provide a structurally sound and watertight joint. Pipe ends shall be free of oil, grease, heavy rust, paint, or other foreign materials except for tightly adherent mill scale. The weld bead shall be chipped and brushed to remove slag and other extraneous materials between passes. Then we have nifty table number 2. And then R325.1631 was rescinded. Then R325.1631, construction of wells, PVC casing dimensions. Rule 131A. 1. PVC pipe that is used as permanent casing shall be new pipe that is manufactured in compliance with the standards of ASTM specification F480-90, which is adopted by reference in R325.1610. 2. PVC pipe that is used as permanent casing shall be SDR 21 or heavier. PVC pipe that is installed at depths of more than 200 feet shall be SDR 17 or heavier. 3. PVC pipe that is used as permanent well casing shall have an outside diameter and minimum wall thickness as specified in Table 3. Dimensional standards for PVC pipe are specified in ASTM specification F480-90. Then we have nifty table number 3. Then underneath that are 325.161 or 63.1b, construction of wells, PVC casing material standards. Rule 131b. 1. PVC pipe that is used as permanent casing shall be new pipe that is in compliance with ASTM specification F480-90, which is adopted by reference in R325.1610. 2. Each length of PVC pipe that is used as permanent well casing shall be legibly marked by the manufacturer with all of the following information. A. The nominal pipe size. B. The standard dimension ratio, or the SDR. C. The type of plastic, PVC 1120 or PVC 1220. D. The wording well casing. E. The impact classification, IC. F. A designation that the pipe is in compliance with the provisions of ASTM specification F480-90. G. The manufacturer's name or trademark. H. The manufacturer codes for resin manufacture. I. The lot number and date of manufacture. J. A certification mark that verifies that the pipe is in compliance with the provisions of ANSI-NSF Standard 14. And 3. Casing pipe that is manufactured from thermoplastic materials other than PVC shall be in compliance with the provisions of ASTM specification F480-90, which is adopted by reference in R325.1610 and shall be used only with the written prior approval of the director. R325.1631C, construction of wells, PVC well casing joint. Rule 131C. 1. PVC well casing joint shall be deep socket bell ends or couplings that are manufactured in accordance with ASTM specification F480-90, which is adopted by reference in R325.1610. 2. PVC case fittings shall be legibly marked with all of the following information. A. The nominal well casing pipe coupling size. B. The type of plastic. C. A designation that the fittings are in compliance with the provisions of ASTM specification F480-90. D. The manufacturer's name or trademark. E. A certification mark that verifies that the fittings are in compliance with the provisions of ANSI-NSF Standard 14. 3. PVC well casing joint shall be formed utilizing a two-step solvent cementing process that is consistent with the provisions of ASTM specification F480-90. The pipe ends shall be free of burrs, dust, or moisture that might interfere with the solvent well. A primer or welding solvent shall be used before cementing. The primer, welding solvent, and solvent cement shall be compatible with the pipe being coupled and the ambient temperature at the time of use and shall be in compliance with provisions of R325.1640. 4. Screws or similar mechanical fasteners shall not be used for joining PVC well casing. 5. PVC well casing joints which are not of a bell end configuration or are not made utilizing a two-step solvent cementing process shall be approved in writing by the director before use. R 325.160 or 1631D, construction of wells, examination of pipe. Rule 131D, pipe which is intended for water well use and which is sold within the state, regardless of specification designation, shall be subject to random examination by the director. Any lot of pipe that contains defective lengths or lengths which are not in compliance with the specifications required in these rules shall not be used in the construction of a well. R 325.1632, construction of wells, casing diameter, depth, termination, and installation procedures. Rule 132. 1. Steel pipe that is used as permanent casing shall have an inside diameter of not less than 2 inches, except as provided in R 325.1632A. 2. PVC pipe that is used as permanent casing shall have an inside diameter of not less than 5 inches, except if the pipe is installed as liner pipe. PVC well casing shall be installed only in an oversized borehole without driving. 3. A casing shall extend not less than 25 feet below and terminate not less than 12 inches above the ground surface. A well that has less than 26 feet of casing shall not be used without obtaining written approval from the health officer pursuant to the provisions of R 325.1613. The top 20 feet of a well casing shall not be used as a section line unless the well casing is protected by a standard weight or heavier outer casing. The top of both casings shall be finished pursuant to the provisions of R 325.1641 and R 325.1643. 5. A driven steel permanent casing shall be protected by a drive shoe. 6. In a paved area, the health officer may approve, in writing, a casing termination of 2 inches or more above the ground surface if the area is not subject to flooding, if the connections and openings are threaded or welded and watertight, and if acceptable casing venting is provided. R 325.1632A, construction of wells, driven well points. Rule 132A. 1. Steel pipe that is used as permanent casing for a driven well point shall not be less than 1 1/4 inches inside diameter. 2. A driven well point shall not be used as a water supply well without the written approval of the health officer. R 325.1633. It's been rescinded. R 325.1633A, construction of wells and grouting. Rule 133A. 1. Shale traps, cementing baskets, packers, or other devices shall not be used to suspend grout above an open annular space. Excessive development, washing, shoveling of cuttings, or other similar activities shall not be used to induce collapse of the borehole wall or to reduce the amount of open annular space surrounding a permanent casing. 2. Neat cement or bentonite grout shall be placed through the permanent casing or a grout pipe from the bottom of the annular space upward to the grout surface in a continuous operation without interruption. The density of grout flowing from the annular space at the ground surface shall be the density of the grout being pumped in. 3. A permanent casing shall be installed in a borehole that has a diameter of not less than 2 inches larger than the nominal size of the permanent casing, except as provided in sub-rule 4 of this rule in R 325.1635. 4. When grout is placed through a grout pipe outside the permanent casing, the borehole diameter shall not be less than 2 7/8 inches larger than the nominal casing size. 5. An annular space between a permanent casing and temporary casing shall be grouted during temporary casing removal by pumping neat cement or bentonite grout, or by pouring bentonite chips, bentonite pellets, or granular bentonite into the annular space. Granular bentonite shall not be poured into an annular space that contains drilling fluid or water. 6. Neat cement shall be allowed to set a minimum of 24 hours when standard type 1, type 1A, or high early type 3 cement is used. If bentonite is added to neat cement, the grout shall be allowed to set a minimum of 48 hours before drilling operations are resumed.